Hello Virgo. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hopefully everyone will find something in today's message. When I did prepare and pray, I asked that all of you receive at least one message if possible. So let's go ahead and see what everyone has. This is going to be one where you picked. So just ask your divine team. So the question is, what does he or she desire with me? You know, what is their intentions with me? What is the outcome that they desire with me? Okay, so did you all find out from your team? Are you A, be awesome? Are you B, be bold? Or are you C, be creative? Let's go ahead and get started and see what we have for A. Now the camera should be in close enough. Let me see here. Sorry for any noises, and hopefully I won't bump the camera. Miss Allie is taking a nap in my lap right now. She is worn out. She had a very busy day. She went to Lowe's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Starbucks, living the Yorkie dream. Okay, which was yesterday. Now, let's see here. So again, the question is, you know, what does he or she desire with you? What are their intentions with you? What is it that the desired outcome that they have with you? And you have a couple of reversals. So this first one, I'm going to first flip this upright so you can see the graphics, and then we'll flip it over. This is the Princess of Autumn. In traditional tarot, this would be the Page of Coins. It says studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. And on the bottom it says happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, and needing a little push to get going. Now this card is all about, you know, studying, research. If you see her, she's got this book and this book, and she's actually in a big, huge library. So this really is really looking into things, delving into things, but it is reverse. So this love interest of yours, for many of you, they have been taking a lot of time evaluating things, thinking about, you know, what is it that they desire? What is it that they desire with you? What do they want? And for some, they have taken a really long time overanalyzing and overthinking things. But the good news is they're finished evaluating. They're done with that. That's over. They are now ready to take action. You've got this 17 action card, and this really is about action. It's also about swift action. You see these horses, they're sprinting forward. They're not sprinting to the past, they're sprinting into the future. Although things still aren't clear, you've got all these clouds overhead, they still aren't sure exactly how things are going to turn out. They don't know if it's going to work out beautifully. They think it's going to, because you see the sunlight that's shining down. They feel like, okay, this is blessed, because you see you've got this white horse, this black horse. So that's kind of like yin yang, feminine, masculine. So for many of you, this is a divine partner, divine connection that the two of you have, and they feel as though you are the one. They're still not sure it's going to work out, but they're just trusting, and they're going with it full speed. And they're trusting, I don't know if you can see this, white, almost looks like an eagle flying. But they're trusting the divine messages that they're getting to move in your direction. And they're going to be moving in your direction very rapidly. This is about moving toward that which they desire swiftly. And then you have this Nine of Swords card. And this card is about a rebirth. It's also about consoling someone that is going through a very difficult time or going through trying times. It can also be, you know, recognition, because Casanova had a relationship. He was pretty close with a woman named Francesca Buccini, and he was close with her during the time that he was going through some very difficult, trying times. But the reason he was so close with her is because she showed him true affection, actual, genuine, sincere care. And she did that through these love letters that she would write for him. Let me flip this so you can see what this is upright. And I'm going to tie these together for you real quick. This is the Six of Coins. And this is about envy. It's about desiring something, someone that is not yours. You see, he's looking in at her. He's spying on her as she's undressing. She doesn't know he's there. So for many of you, he she is about to return very quickly. This time of delay, because they weren't sure what they wanted. They really weren't. They really were looking at things from every single angle. And they were looking at it in such detail. I mean, really, really overanalyzing it. They were really, really stuck in their head, their thoughts. Many of them kind of spooked. If you look at this card upright, she looks like she's spooked and she's about to take off. And it's almost like, see, she's throwing this coin. I'm going to flick this at them and run. So for some of you, they were even kind of like spooked by the connection because it was a very strong connection. But okay, I'm gonna sit here, ready to go, completely observant of everything around me while I sit here and delve in and overanalyze this. But the time's come. They're done overanalyzing. They're coming back in your direction. They're coming back very swiftly. There is going to be a rebirth of this connection, this relationship that two of you had. Actually, you had. You're not in a relationship at this point. But he or she is coming back very swiftly, because they have come to the point where they realize that you have true love for them. You have true, genuine affection, that it is deep, that your feelings for them are deep, that they're true. They have been in relationships with others who were not, in fact, truly in love with them, truly, deeply caring for them. And they have come to this realization through evaluating everything that you are the one for them. And they're tired of sitting, because for some of you, they've actually been lurking. They've been lurking, they've been creeping, they've been watching you online, be it they're watching you through social media, be it they're creeping and trying to get details through your friends of friends, like, hey, what's going on with her? What's going on with him? What's happening? But they're not doing this anymore. They're tired of you not being theirs. They're tired of having to look in on you from afar. They're ready to bring you back into their arms. They're ready to have a renewal, reconnection. And they're also ready to share the truth, because you notice neither of them are wearing a mask. And in a lot of these Casanova cards, Casanova is frequently wearing a mask. There's only a handful of the cards in this deck where he is not masked. He's not masked. She is not masked. So the truth will be shared between the two of you. But he or she is coming back. They're coming back very swiftly. When this card flips upside down, you've got 2 9s. It could be coming back within the next 9 days. Could be up to 9 weeks, but for some of you, it's going to be within the next 9 days. Okay, so Group B, it's your turn. Now, let's see here. I'll warn you, just like I did the other group, give me a second. I do have the camera zoomed in close enough that you should be able to see the details of the cards. Okay, now again, the question is, what does he or she desire with you? What is the outcome that they desire with you? What are their intentions with regards to you? I'm going to flip this upright so you can see the graphics while we kind of cover this card, and we're going to flip it back into the reverse position. This is 3 of Summer. At the bottom it says, news worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. Traditional tarot, this would be the 3 of Cups. This truly is about joyful news. It's about celebrations. It can be about celebrating an upcoming nuptials, wedding. It can be about a pregnancy. But upright, it's a beautiful card. But it's reversed. We're going to work our way down a couple of these, and we're going to come back and tie why this is reversed. Because I want you to see this card before we bring it back. Then you have a major arcana. 19 is the Sun. At the bottom it says, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. This card is beautiful. This card is all about great success. It's one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's about receiving those gifts from heaven. It's fulfillment. It is truly joyful celebration. Now you see, he is riding in on this white horse, and he is busting through this wall. And he has this horn. And he has this draped on almost like a banner. So he's coming in fast and furious with news. With news and information that will bring fulfillment to both of you. And he's on this white horse, and that signifies that his intentions are indeed pure. They are honest. And next card is 52, and that is the Goddess of the Moon. And this card is all about our intuition. It's about listening to our intuition. You see, she is reaching out to grab a hold of that moon, and she's got all these stars around her. We're going to come back to that one too. Okay, because the main thing that they're wanting you to see is this guy right here. And then we're going to play everything together as to what's happening with this fella. I'll leave this here a second. Okay. So this is the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, your love interest could indeed be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But this is the Knight. And this is all about, you know, the diplomat, negotiations that are positive, that bring about a peaceful resolution or a peaceful solution. This is also about reluctance to use violence in dealing with a situation. It could be violent words, angry words, because the card is reversed and it is indeed about anger. This card in reverse can be delays. A couple details I want you to see, and then I'm going to put this down. You see how he's masked and he's clothed, clear down to his feet, from his head clear down to his feet. The only bit of skin that you can see is his mouth and his hands. Now, I'm going to say he because you have a Knight of Wands and you have a male on this horse in the Sun card. But you could have a she coming back to you. Because the question, in fact, is what does he or she desire with you? What are their intentions? What's their desired outcome? What do they want to have with you, create with you? What do they desire? So he or she would like to break down that wall with you. So they have started to listen to their intuition. And if you look at this card, there's all these sparkly, magical little stars. So he has been in a relationship, a third party. So there's been a third party. The two of you are not together. You are not talking. You are not communicating. Many of you, you have actually built a wall up against him because you see he's busting down this wall. You have built up a wall against him. You have built up a wall against him because he brought someone else into the picture. He chose someone else. But there's in fact someone else. So you build a wall with him. You got a wall blocking him out. You're like, no. He has now come to realize that you are his wish upon a star. He is listening to his intuition. He knows his intuition is guiding him in your direction. He has, similarly to situation A, he has come to the determination that you are the one for him or her. But again, to keep from confusion, we're going to stick with what's in the cards and what I am hearing. But again, if you were intuitively guided to pick B and your love interest is a she, just go ahead and swap that out. But he's listening to his intuition. He's ready to reach for the stars. He's ready to reach out to you. He wants to reach out and communicate with you. However, before he can do that, he has to go back and end things with this other person. And he is not looking forward to doing that because he knows that it's going to be a knockdown, drag out type of situation. Because again, if this card's upright, it's about things being peaceful. This is reversed. He knows that conversation that he has with her, with the person he's dating, with the person he's letting go, he knows it's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a massive argument. It's going to be a big fight. You see this horse is all muscled up, all tense. He even really looks kind of angry. And the Knight, he's got this massive wand, like it's going to be a beat down, drag out argument. Not there's going to be physical violence, but it is going to turn into a spitfire argument with heated words with this person, because upside down, he has to go back to the past to deal with the person he's in a relationship. For some, he's been trying to get out of this relationship with this person. So this could be someone that maybe they were engaged, maybe things were going well. There could have been some lies. He may have received some lies from her, like some news, maybe, because you know if this upright is like good news. So maybe he got some news that traditionally would make people happy, like maybe she was pregnant, but maybe she lied and she never was. Or maybe they were engaged and now he's like, no, I'm done with her. I need to go back and end this. So we're going to have to share with everyone that the wedding's off. This is not happening ever. But he's kind of pissed off. He's livid. He's angry The horse is angry. The horse is like, angry, ready to go. The knight is ready to go. He's ready to go to battle. Because he knows this final conversation with her to end this is not going to be easy. But he's prepared. He's ready to face this head on. And he knows that in order to move in your direction, he must first go back and end this with her. It's interesting when you look at the flowers. In this card, you have all these poppies. They're saying that this card is indicative of the one he's leaving. He hasn't ended the relationship. He's kind of on his way out. He's kind of like got one foot out the door. He's trying to slide the other foot out, but every time he tries, she grabs a hold of him with her claws and tries to pull him back in. It's the one he's trying to let go. And even when you look at this card, you see you've got these two poles, very phallic. You got these two poles. So he's leaving one to move in your direction. He's very excited to leave the one he wants to leave. He's been trying to get out of her grip, get away from her for a while. It's not been easy. Poppies are a sign of death. It can be peace and death, but oftentimes though they are used in remembrance or to honor military members who have died in combat. They're also a sign of resurrection. So he knows. And then there's the Sun card. The Sun card is symbolizing you. So yeah, this relationship with this person should have been great. It was horrible, a train wreck. He knows it's time for that to die. It is time for that to end. He knows that by ending this, having the death of this relationship, his life will be renewed. Then he can have this resurrection with you that will in fact bring him happiness. This card is indicative of the relationship that he knows he will have with you, and he's ready to come through. He knows that in order for him to be able to break down your wall, it will require him coming in with no attachments. You notice he doesn't have a chick hung over the back of his horse. He's coming in on his own. He's coming in with news. Maybe he's going to be coming in with news, and again, pure intent, truth. He will be coming in with honesty about love, about his feelings. And he knows that in order to break down this wall that you have put up, he cannot come in with any more baggage. He can't come in with somebody else still hanging on to his coattails. He also has to come in with the truth. Or he may not even bother. He knows that. But he also knows that you are his happiness. Sunflowers are indicative. They are the sign of true, complete happiness, joy, bliss. And you've got the sun shining down and all these sunflowers. So he is ready to come in and make that announcement to you. There is going to be a slight delay because he has to have this conversation with her first. He wants to end things with this third party for good. He's been trying to escape it for some time. For some, it could be 5-6 months he's been trying to get away from her. But it has not been easy because, again, every time he tries to get away, she lures him back and pulls him back in. But he's done. He's over it. He's, for some, he's very angry. Very angry, not happy, prepared to do battle. He knows it's going to be a difficult conversation, but he is going to be doing that. For most of you, he will be doing that. It's going to be a very difficult conversation. I'm hearing that Bible verse. What is it? Psalms 23, 24, 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and staff comfort me. And interestingly, he's holding a rod. So he's just praying, God, Jesus, help me with this. Help me finally be free of this, be free of her. Because it's not been easy for him. This relationship that he's trying to cut free of has caused him a lot of difficulties, financially, emotionally. It has been a very turbulent, difficult storm for him. He has been trying to break free of it. He is there. He is on the brink, so he can move in your direction. And if you happen to be twin flames and he is your twin, if you happen to just suddenly, because they're saying for a large number of you, you may at some point just be sitting there having lunch with friends, dinner with friends, and all of a sudden you become livid and angry, and you're like, I don't know where this anger is coming from, but I just want to kick something. Oh, I just want to scream. What is going on? You're feeling his emotions. Very likely at the time that you're feeling his emotions, when he does come and knock down your wall with his declaration of love and his, I am yours, I am ready. and he shares that with you and you have a conversation, you may very well then get confirmation at that point that that day when you were livid was the day he was having this difficult conversation with her to finally end it. So he's ready to move forward with you. He wants this with you. He wants to announce his love. When he does come in your direction to knock down your wall, do know that he is being honest with you. Because again, they were pointing out that this white horse, this white unicorn, is indicative of his true intentions, the purity of his intentions, the fact that he is coming in to honestly share his intentions. He's not wearing a mask. Notice Casanova is wearing a mask. Casanova has not been completely forthright with this person he's letting go of about how he feels. And he's going to be sharing the truth with her. But when he comes in your direction, he's going to be honest. Notice he's not wearing anything but this little drape around him. He's going to bear everything. He's going to share the truth. You can believe him. He will be honest. He will be coming from a place of pure intention and love. And he's going to share it all. He's going to bear it all and share it all with you. Because he knows that's what it's going to take to tear down the wall. And he wants to tear down the wall because he wants to go through this field. He wants to get into this place of happiness with you and move forward with you. He wants to reach out to you. And he will be doing exactly that as soon as he ends this relationship. And it will be immediately after he ends it. And again, for most of you, he will be having that final culmination ending conversation. Okay. Last group. So if you picked C, let's go ahead and see what you have. Okay. Well, the nice thing is you have a number of cards upright. The other two groups did not fare as well as you did. Now your first card is a major arcana. It is reversed. I'm going to flip it upright though real quick so you can see the graphics on it. And as we cut... Okay, they want me to leave it upright for you for most of it, and then I'm going to flip it upside down when we move to the next card. Okay, Major Arcana. 12, Awakening. At the bottom it says, change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. So, your love interest, your crush, your partner, the person that you desire to have as a partner. Again, this is what does he or she desire with you? What are their intentions? What is the outcome that they would like to have with you? So things with them haven't been going anywhere for a very long time. They haven't. Everything was stalled out, not moving forward. If you look at this, his eyes are even like closed. Like, I'm going to tune this out. I'm going to tune this out. I'm going to tune this out. Now, for a number of you, this is a divine relationship. You can see the yin yang symbol. He has been going through some spiritual awakening. And as a result of that, he has come to a point, or she, again, this is he or she. We go with he because that's what I'm hearing, but we got a he here, we've got a he in the boat. Keep in mind, if your divine team told you that C are your messages and your love interest is a she and not a he, then when I'm saying he, go ahead and replace that with she, okay? So, he or she, they've had a change in their perspective, the way that they're looking at things, the way that they're viewing the relationship with you. And they are now seeing it in a whole new light. Before, they were not interested in love. They were not interested in moving forward with you. Many of you, you haven't communicated with each other for a very long time. They've totally had that shut out. But they've had love shut out completely. But things have changed. They have gone through their spiritual awakening. That spiritual awakening has led them to you, has led them to see things differently, to see that, oh, they're the one I want. I desire them. Now, it appears, for you it has appeared that there's been no action. It has appeared that, nothing's moving for a very long time. But there has been some recent action that you are not aware of. Now, most of that action has been things that he's been doing to heal his heart in order to get to this place. Next card you have is 33. It's Door to Romance. This is about new beginnings in love. They are ready to open up their heart. They're ready to let love in. They're ready to let you in. They have been very closed off up to this point. Now you look at this last card. This is this Eight of Wands. It's about speed, it's about travel, moving toward our goal, moving toward our desire, moving in a new direction. Now if you look here, Casanova is in this boat by himself. Now Venice is a lovely place. I took a ride in Venice on the water. It's very romantic. But he's not having a romantic ride. He's by himself. Mine wasn't romantic either. I was with a bunch of dudes that I'm in the military with. But we still had an amazing time. Casanova does not look like he is having an amazing time. He looks kind of nervous, kind of worried. His head is down. But you see, he doesn't have a mask on. And that's very important with these Casanova cards. Most cards, kind of like this one, Casanova's wearing a mask. But he's not wearing a mask. He is going to be coming in your direction. For some of you, he's going to be bringing you a message of love. He's going to be bringing you the truth. He's going to be bringing you some information. He will be bringing you a message, because this card's also about a message. He's going to be bringing a message to you. He's going to be bringing you the truth. He has no mask on. You see, the front of this also kind of looks like a knife. Knives, like, you know, the swords, the Ace of Swords, is all about truth. He's going to cut through the BS, and he's just going to bear the truth. He's going to share the truth with you. Now, his head's kind of looking down because he's like, ooh, how's this conversation going to go? I've been sitting on my fanny for a long time. Ooh, I don't know if I may need the knife to protect myself. Ooh. He's ready to cut through things. He's ready to cut to the chase. He's ready to share the truth. He is ready to... He's ready to fully move in your direction. He's ready to open his heart. For many of you, he is going to be communicating with you in the next 8 days. For some, it could be up to 8 weeks, but for most of you, it will be within the next 8 to 12 days. Yeah, next 8 to 12 days, they're saying. So be prepared. Know that he's coming through with the truth. Know that it will have a new beginning. Notice that he does have his heart open to you. His heart is open this time. It's not been open in the past. He was closed off in the past. Because again, his boat is coming to the past. The two of you have had a relationship in the past. This isn't some strange new love that's just you're meeting at the coffee shop. No, this is someone from your past. He's returning. He will not be a closed door this time. He will not be closed off this time. He will be open to sharing love, open to receiving love. He is going to be coming in swiftly. And he is going to be honest. He is not wearing a mask. So allow yourself to have that conversation with him when he comes in. So hopefully that helps all of you. Actually, that's pretty good messages for A, B, and C. They were all very positive. There was no, they're not thinking of you. They're thinking of all of you. So that is great. I look forward to hearing how things evolve for those of you that the messages were applicable for. And I wish you a lot of love, joy, and blessings.